So hello and welcome everybody. It's lovely to have you with us today. I'm Susan Browne, life coach from angeleft.com, and I'm here with my good friend Helen Ryle, who's my EFT trainer as well, and Helen is a hypnotherapist based in Tralee. So we thought we'd come together and just share a few tips and techniques that we have just to help people in this difficult time, just to de-stress and feel better in ourselves, because it really benefits everybody when we do that. You know, our self-care has a knock-on effect for everybody around us and the world in general, because the more people working to raise their energy, raise their vibration, the better it is for everybody. So I might pass you over to Helen then, who's going to kick off with a heart healing exercise, I think, isn't it, Helen?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, so let me just get myself going here. I think, Susan, if you want to mute everybody temporarily.
Oh, sure. Yeah. And also just to let people know that we are recording, because we did want to share the video afterwards with anybody who missed it. So we might be putting it up on YouTube and Facebook. So if you'd rather your camera was off for that reason, that's perfectly fine. Just to let you all know. So I think everybody's muted now. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, we're in a nasty situation at the moment for sure. And it's very difficult for people to, much of the time, I think, control how they feel. There's anxiety that we might feel, perhaps overwhelm. I think everybody is, you know, fluctuating, we'll say, how they feel. But I'm sure that there are very few people who really simply are feeling okay with all of this, because at the very least, it's a very uncertain situation. And at the most, you know, it's really fearful. We fear ourselves getting sick, or those we love getting sick. And, you know, rather than allowing ourselves to just go into those feelings, which is normal, it's so helpful if we can do some regular, easy, quick techniques to help ourselves to feel a little better, even just in the moment. And, you know, keep bringing ourselves back to, okay, right here and now, what can I do? How can I help myself or someone else? Rather than going off, as we so often do, into the, you know, the worry zone, the what if these awful things happen to me or to my loved ones, you know, what if I lose my job? What if, you know, the world collapses, basically? And our minds are very capable of just going off on those tangents if we let it. So the idea, as Susan was saying, of this little session is just to give people a few tips and ideas and some techniques just to help you to draw yourself back to the present moment and realize that right here, right now, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm actually okay. I'm okay enough to come onto a Zoom session and, you know, to try to ground ourselves, I suppose, and try to live more in the present and look for the good things that are still happening. Notice the good things that are still happening around us. You know, as I look out here now, the sun is shining, the daffodils are flowering, you know, my dog is running around in the garden very happily, and to notice those things. And when we do that, it takes our attention away from the difficult things that are happening and lifts our energy, lifts our mood. And that's really what it's all about, I think, at the moment for us. So I'd like you to invite you first just to do a little settling. We could call it a meditation or a visualization, just to ground ourselves, bring ourselves into the present. So if you'd like to just sit comfortably wherever you are, maybe put your feet flat on the ground so that you can feel the ground beneath you. You can feel yourself sitting in the chair. And maybe just put your hands on your heart, you know, the center of your chest where you point to me. And just put your two hands there on the heart. And just maybe close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing that. And just put your attention, sort of turn your attention inwards if you can, rather than thinking about the outside world around you and what thoughts are going on in our minds. Just turn your attention inwards if you can. And beneath your heart, beneath your hands, is your heart, your lungs, and your breath. And just gently pay attention to your breathing. Just breathing in and out in your own time. Not trying to change your breathing in any way, really. Just paying attention to it. And with a sense of almost appreciation for the wonderful work that our heart and our lungs do. Breathing for us, beating for us, and all really without any conscious attention from us. So just imagine that you can feel your way into your heart, into that beautiful warm center of yourself. And you may see it, or you may just imagine it, or even pretend that you imagine it. But whatever way works for you, just imagine that you can sense your way into your heart. It's like perhaps a lovely, warm, comforting place. And just let yourself relax into that. My heart, the center of me. And again, just sort of say thank you to your heart. And just allow yourself to sink as deeply as you like. Just relaxing down into your heart. And then think about something or someone that you love or that you appreciate. It could be a person, someone in your family, or someone you admire. Or it could just be something, a certain place you like to be. But let it be something that makes you feel good. Somewhere where you can really relax into that feeling and appreciate the feeling. And just get a sense as you think of that person or that place, excuse me, of that feeling of appreciation, of love, of connection. And just allow yourself to relax into that feeling of love and appreciation and connection. And then let that feeling begin to radiate out through your body. So imagine that feeling growing through your body, up into your head, down into your body, and even out beyond your body, into the energy field which surrounds us. And perhaps that warm, loving, grateful feeling has a lovely color. Allow the feeling to strengthen and the color to brighten. And then imagine extending that lovely feeling and color out beyond you to the room that you're in, the house or building that you're in, and the people inside it. And then imagine extending that feeling and that lovely color out to the town or the city where you are. And then out beyond even that, further out to the country, to the continent, and the planet. And our beautiful planet has been working for us, trying so hard to be healthy and to survive, and we really haven't treated it very well lately as a species. So just perhaps extend that feeling of gratitude and love to the planet. And take that feeling out as far as you can, out as far as you like. And just enjoy that for a moment or two. And then gently and gradually just bring that feeling back in towards you, slowly and gently. And bring those good feelings with you. Bring them back down into your heart. And just embody them. Feel them flowing through your system. And then just bringing yourself back to the here and now. Feeling your feet on the ground. And still retaining those lovely, warm, loving, calm feelings. And then just coming back to full normal awareness, just opening your eyes whenever you're ready and feeling good.
Thanks, Helen. That was lovely.
Wow. Is everybody feeling a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more present?
I think everybody's on mute. If anyone wants to unmute themselves to speak, please do. Oh yeah, Louise says yes. Great stuff.
Good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, if you...
Yeah, it was fab. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you want to if you want to speak at any time, you can just unmute yourself. There's a little button to do that on your screen. Or there's also a chat box down at the bottom. If you hover your mouse down at the bottom and click the chat little icon, a bar will pop up or a box will pop up at the right-hand side, and you can type something in, and we'll see. You know, if you have any questions as we go along, just you can type something in.
Hi, Helen.
Hey. Right. Hi. Okay, so Susan, would you like to
I will. I'll bring us into an angel visualization now. So we've got some lovely feedback. Helen, Deirdre says, fabulous, thank you. We've got from somebody else, beautiful Helen, thank you. Lovely, and thanks from Breda. Yeah, great stuff.
Good.
Lovely. So what I'm going to do now is a little angel visualization. I'm going to do a little angel visualization working with the Violet Flame. If you've come across the Violet Flame before, you'll know the lovely energy that it has. And the Violet Flame was brought for us to cleanse and clear our energy. And you can use the Violet Flame to cleanse and clear yourself, to transmute things into light, thoughts, feelings, behaviors, anything in your energy system that you're not enjoying. You can transmute it into light by simply calling in the Violet Flame. And in this visualization, we'll be working with Archangel Zadkiel and Saint Germain, Ascended Master Saint Germain, and together that pair work with the Violet Flame. So what we'll do is just gently close your eyes again and just have a wriggle if you need to, because I know we've just been sitting as well. If you need to move around or have a drink of water at any point, just do that. And just bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet and just grounding yourself again. So when you're connected in with that lovely earth energy with Helen just now, just do that again so that you're nice and grounded and you feel this loving support of Mother Earth, who's so abundant, so generous to us and makes us so welcome. I'm just going to yeah, so just taking some deeper breaths there. And imagine you can send down thick golden roots from the soles of your feet into the earth below, and that these stretch down through the foundations of the building that you're in and into the earth below. So send these roots down, and they grow really quickly, and they're golden light. They're made of golden light, and they travel all the way down through the layers of the earth, and they link in with the heart energy of Mother Earth. So imagine they're like dipping into this beautiful crystal full of light at the heart of Mother Earth, and receive from Mother Earth this beautiful, nourishing energy. and allow that to flow back up your roots and into the physical body. And just notice how that affects you when you do this. It's a great exercise to just do this on its own, even when you've been thinking a lot, when the energies have been going around your head a lot, thoughts and being stuck in your head. Just ground yourself. Remember your roots. Send down your roots. And then just feel the very top point of your head, the crown chakra, just opening up and waking up and connecting in with source energy and with the angels. So this beautiful connection comes down from source, and the angel's light can be any color really, but often is associated with gold, a golden color. So if you like, you can imagine this beautiful golden light just pouring down from source and the angels, just in through the top of the head into the physical body. So in through the crown chakra, into the physical body, into the energy bodies, and just filling you up with angelic light, which is incredibly healing and relaxing. And then we're going to call in the mighty Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is a very protective and strong angel. And you can call on Archangel Michael to protect your energy or to protect you. And you might like to imagine now that Archangel Michael is placing a beautiful bubble of deep blue light around the outer edge of your aura. So the energy around your body that's roughly shaped like an egg is your aura, and the outer layer of your aura is now protected with this beautiful deep blue layer of light from Archangel Michael. And again, you can use this when you go out and about. You can use it anytime, just if you feel you need to protect yourself. And you just imagine that anything negative or that doesn't serve you can just bounce off this layer. It can't get through. And we can also ask Archangel Michael to unplug us from anything or anybody that's been draining us and that's not serving us, that we're ready to release or let go of now. So we call this cord cutting as well, where we imagine Archangel Michael gets his mighty sword of light and cuts through any cords, ties, links, attaching us to anything or anybody or a thought form that's been draining us, that we don't need to be plugged into. Don't need to be plugged into fear. So just take some deep breaths now as you get a sense of maybe some of those cords being cut. And when he cuts them, they fizzle up into light. So it doesn't leave a gap or a wound or anything like that. It just immediately heals up from both ends. And you feel lighter and brighter. And so now we're going to invoke Archangel Zadkiel and Saint Germain. You might imagine that Archangel Zadkiel is on your left and Saint Germain is on your right. And they're bringing the violet flame to you now, offering it to you to work with. So you might like to imagine that the violet flame is just hovering in front of you. Maybe it's like a ball of light. And just get a sense of it. Maybe some of you have worked with this energy a lot already, and maybe some of you are totally new to it, and that's fine. Just get a sense of how it is for you today to connect with the violet flame. It transmutes things into light for us, for the highest good. So we're going to go now through the 12 fifth dimensional chakras and move into the Earth Star chakra, which is beneath your feet. The Earth Star chakra is where the potential for your lifetime is stored, and it's your absolute connection with Mother Earth. So bringing the violet flame into your Earth Star chakra now. And just notice how this is for you. It's clearing away any debris, any fear from your Earth Star chakra now. And the violet flame might continue to work in your Earth Star chakra if you want it to, for as long as is necessary, for as long as you want it to. So then the violet flame activates in the base chakra at the bottom of the spine. And Archangel Gabriel works with us in the base chakra. And this again is our connection with the earth, but also about how we are provided for, finances, food, shelter, our basic earthly needs in the base chakra. So if there's any fear around this now, just ask the violet flame to transmute this into light, helping you to have faith and confidence that you're completely loved and looked after. And then moving up into the sacral chakra, and again in the base chakra, you can allow the violet flame to continue blazing in the base chakra if you want it to. You're now activated in the sacral chakra, also known as the womb chakra. And this is our connection to our sexuality and creativity. And it's also where we store addictions, addictive behaviors. So just bringing the violet flame in here to cleanse, clear, transmute, and bringing that loving softness of the violet flame as well. Even though the violet flame is very powerful, it has a beautiful softness. And moving up into the navel chakra. The navel chakra is above the sacral chakra, just around where the navel is. And again, allowing it to continue blazing in the sacral chakra if you want to, and activating the violet flame in the navel chakra, which is how we connect with other people. So if we have a bright, radiant navel chakra, we're a lovely person to be around because our energy is very welcoming and very open. Again, at this time when we're social distancing, it's especially nice to have a very clear navel chakra that's warming for other people, even though we can't be close together, that we have to stay distant. We can still radiate this beautiful light. Bringing the violet flame in here and just clearing away any fear, any stuff that's here that's not serving you. And remember as well that the chakras radiate in all directions, so they're not just discs stuck on the front of the body, kind of pointing outwards, that radiate out behind you as well. So connecting with that as well. Seeing your navel chakra like a sun. And moving up into the solar plexus chakra, allowing the flame to continue burning in the navel chakra for as long as you want. And the solar plexus chakra is a beautiful shining sun, and you might like to imagine it as gold with rainbow lights, and it's just at the bottom of the rib cage there, where the rib cage meets. And it's our power center. So sometimes if we're feeling anxious or fearful, the solar plexus is a bit contracted, a bit squashed up. So just for this one, maybe bring your shoulders back a little bit. Take a deep breath. As the violet flame activates in the solar plexus chakra, Archangel Uriel governs this chakra. And allow the violet flame to melt away any fear, anything that's not serving you that you want to release now and transmute into light. It's a good one to remember, this, the solar plexus chakra. If we find ourselves hunched over our phone, for example, just straighten up, get that energy in alignment again. And again, leaving the flame burn in that center for as long as you want it, and moving into the heart chakra now, in the center of the chest, connected with love and also our grief and sadness in the heart chakra, and our forgiveness or unforgiveness, as the case may be in some areas of our life. Just moving into the heart chakra with that beautiful, loving violet flame, and allowing the heart to radiate out. Archangel Chamuel governs the heart chakra. And if you are feeling grief or sadness, just allow yourself to feel that. Just be present for yourself, but also allow the angels in. Allow the violet flame in. Receive the support. And just allowing that beautiful violet flame to transmute anything that you want to release now in the heart and transmute it into light. And moving up into the throat chakra. Again, allowing the violet flame to continue burning in the heart chakra for as long as you want it. And the throat chakra at the bottom of the neck there is our communication center. So bringing the violet flame into our communication center and just blazing away anything that we want to transmute from there, helping us to speak words of love and truth and to express ourselves as we need to. A lot of our communication has become online in the last week or two, whereas we might have spoken to people directly more in the past. So just bringing the violet flame into that as well, and maybe into your devices that you use to speak with people, communicate. Bring the violet flame into everything that connects with the throat chakra for our communications. This is Archangel Michael governing this chakra. And moving up into the third eye chakra now, again allowing the violet flame to stay in the throat chakra as long as you need it. Into the third eye chakra, governed by Archangel Raphael, our psychic center, and also where we visualize the future, the past, how we manifest things. You might like the violet flame to come in here now and just blaze away any images any fearful stories that we've been creating in our third eye that we want to let go of. Just allowing light in there. And if any of your chakras have a message for you, just take that on board. Sometimes when we connect in with our chakras directly like this, they tell us things. And I wasn't going to include the ear chakras, but I'm just guided now to add those in. So the chakras in the ears. So again, allowing the violet flame to continue blazing in the third eye chakra. And moving into the ear chakras, where we receive messages hourly. Just allowing the violet flame to cleanse and clear the ears of any fear or any stuff that we want to release now. Just a lovely sparkling bright channel in the ear chakras for us. Oh, that's lovely. And moving into the crown chakra now. So again, allowing the violet flame to stay in the ear chakras as long as necessary. I think I'm going to keep it in my ear chakras for a very long time. Moving into the crown chakra and allowing that violet flame to blaze in the crown chakra, governed by Archangel Jophiel. And the crown chakra is our spiritual center, our linking in with the heavens, linking in with the angels, linking in with spirit, and just cleansing, clearing that connection so that we remember all this love and support that's always available to us. And then the causal chakra, which is just above and slightly to the back of your head. Moving into the causal chakra, when it's fully open, brings us great peace and comfort. So allowing the violet flame to continue blazing in the crown chakra and activating it in the causal chakra. And just allowing yourself to connect with that peace from the causal chakra as it opens up. And the soul star chakra is where your soul energy is stored, including your ancestral and family karma. Archangel Mariel works with this chakra to enable you to understand your soul more deeply, and this is just above the head. So just bring the violet flame in here. And these higher chakras are usually quite deeply evolved. So you might get a sense that this is already quite clear. And moving up into the stellar gateway chakra where Archangel Metatron works. And when this is open, the light from the universe can radiate into you. So again, it's higher up above the head. And allowing the violet flame to continue burning in the lower chakras as needed. And just feel that lovely cosmic connection now. You might notice that your aura feels expanded, that your energy feels way expanded, way out And just enjoy that for a moment. You are a mighty being of light. Bask in it, enjoy it. And then bring the aura closer to the body again. Just ask the angels to bring it closer to the body to a level that's comfortable for you. And if your chakras are expanded way out as well, you can ask your angels to bring them in closer to the body as well to a level that's comfortable. And just connecting in with the soles of the feet again, remembering those roots that you sent down to ground yourself fully. And just when you're ready, just open your eyes. Okay, and if anybody has a question or wants to feed anything back, you can either put it in the chat box or unmute yourself.
Well, that was lovely, Susan. I really enjoyed that. I'm
Oh,
lovely and tingly now. You know, I've got a lovely sort of a tingly energy running through, which is...
oh, great stuff. Thanks, Helen. Great stuff.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very spacey at the top.
Yeah, I felt
Very
that
hard
too.
to come back.
Yeah, I know. It's quite, I feel a bit the same. I think the veils are very thin at the moment. You know, we can connect to spirit more easily now than usual, you know, to the angels
Yeah.
and the like. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thanks for the lovely messages. Great
nice.
stuff. Super.
Hi, Susan.
Oh, somebody was
Thanks,
yawning
that
all the
was
time.
so beautiful.
Oh, you're so welcome. Pleasure.
Still
Yes,
is.
somebody was yawning a lot. Yeah, that's great. That's a good sign, isn't it, Helen, when people are yawning a lot?
Yeah, you're moving energy. You know, you're moving things through your body that are stuck. You're getting your energy flow going much more freely. So yeah, yawning is great, or you know, moving around, anything like that.
Yeah. Lovely.
I felt my sinuses opening up.
Your sinuses are clearing, is it?
Yeah, when we went into the directions of the higher ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, just very clear airflow.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Great.
but just beautiful, the whole thing. I don't need to move, I'm so still.
I know.
I'm
just
same. I'm very
Helen.
peaceful. I don't want to even talk. I'm just in the moment.
Yes.
In the zone.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Okay, so I'm going to hand over to Helen.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm a little bit the same as Deirdre. I don't really want to move either.
We'll all just go to bed now.
But yeah, you know, I think it's really nice in these times to balance the sort of everyday stuff with some spiritual stuff or some, you know, metaphysical stuff. So I think it's really nice to have both ends of the spectrum, if you like, the very ordinary everyday things and, you know, some energy work, some expansion of spirit. I think it will really help us as we go through this period, you know, to cope with it well. And the thing about it is, if we are looking after ourselves and if we are doing things to improve our energy, to lift our mood, to help us to feel good, and I suppose to refill our batteries of life, if you like, if we're doing that, then we have plenty to give other people. We can support our families, our children, our loved ones, if they might be falling ill or if they might be fearful. You know, we can be sort of their rock, and so we can sort of take responsibility for doing that if we want to. So it's not selfish to be focusing on self-care. You know, you're doing it obviously for yourself, but for other people as well. Because if your batteries are low and you are drained yourself, then you've nothing to give other people. You know, it drains you more to support them. Excuse me. But if you're doing some good self-care, whatever that may be, regularly every day, whether it's something physical, like exercise, obviously, you know, looking after yourself in terms of good food, or if you're doing some meditation, some mindfulness, looking after your spiritual side, if you're doing some energy work, doing some maybe EFT tapping or something like that to move your energy as well, then as you feel better, the other people around you feel better, because you're more cheerful, and you know, you're broadcasting that. When we feel, as Susan said, you know, when your solar plexus is free, you're sort of broadcasting good feelings, and people like to be around you. And so that's a very simple way we can help people at the moment, is by improving how we feel, and you know, walking tall, looking at people in the eye, smiling at them, you know, just people in the street or people in the shop. How are you? How are you doing? A lot of people have been walking around, I think, quite defensive and closed at the moment. And so it's just a nice thing to be able to do to connect to people. So what I would like to maybe go to next would be just some ideas about helping you to sleep. A lot of people seem to find that it's difficult to sleep at the moment. As they get off to sleep, that they might wake up and be worrying in the night, perhaps. So there's a very nice, it comes from EFT, from tapping, but instead of tapping on the energy points, we massage them very gently. So I don't know if some of you are familiar with EFT or tapping in any of its forms. If not, it's just briefly to do with the fact that we have obviously a physical system, our body, a mental system, our brain, and we also have an energy system. So that is really our life force energy that powers us, really, that keeps us alive. And when our energy body, if you like, our energy system is happy and relaxed, and sort of the energy is flowing freely, we feel good. And when we have some sort of shock or fear or negative emotion, it's as if the energy really isn't. Mary has pressed the button, I think, to screen share by mistake. It's down at the bottom. So if you could just turn it off, Mary. We're looking at your screen.
That's okay. Done it.
Thanks. Okay, no problem. So the joys of broadcasting live. So yeah, so when we're not feeling so good, when we're feeling fearful or anxious, it's as if we tense up in our bodies and our energy doesn't flow as freely. So the idea with tapping or with any of the energy techniques really is to help our energy to start to flow more freely. And I like to think of the energy system like the interface between the mind and the body. So when we work on our energies, we're affecting our mind, how we think. It helps our head to clear, our thoughts to clear, and also our body to relax. So that's why I think it's so helpful to work on the energy system, because you're affecting the two, the mind and the body. So do any of you have any trouble sleeping? Have you been waking up maybe in the night? Yes, Susan, you mentioned that you'd been waking up recently to me, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people, oh, Anne is just asking, can you record this? It's being recorded anyway, so you'll receive the recording of it. I'm sure a lot of people would want to listen to Susan's meditation again with the angels anyway. So it's a useful technique for sleeping, but it's a useful technique anytime that you just feel, you know, suddenly something happens. You pick up the phone and somebody says something to you which upsets you or makes you feel fearful. And it's a very useful technique just to help you to let go of that nasty feeling in the moment. So I'll just show you where the points are first. These are the usual tapping points that we would use in most forms of EFT. So to start with, we would just put the hands on the heart, just back on the heart point. And we would take a couple of deep breaths, and then we would just state what we want. So state the intention. So it might be that we want to relax. It might be that we want more energy. And then we would just go to the tapping points And I'll show you just where the points are first. So the first one is just at the top of the head, just here. And normally we'd be tapping on the points. So it's a gentle, soft tapping. It's not like a woodpecker, you know, it's like a babe touching a baby's skin kind of thing. So you would just tap or massage, as we're going to do in a moment, there. And you would just then state what you wanted. So it might be more energy, it might be positivity, it might be just to relax. And then you would just stop and take a nice comfortable breath. And you do the same thing on each point. So that's the top of the head point, and then the middle of the forehead, the third eye there. And then just the inside of the eyebrow on the bone. And you've got 2 of these points. So you could actually, if you want to, use both hands. It feels quite balancing. And then the side of the eye, just on the bone again. Just tapping gently. And then under the eye, again, the center on the bone. And then just going down the midline, so under the nose and under the mouth and the collarbone. And there are also points on the fingers. So literally on each of your fingers, you have energy points as well. So if you put your hand with your thumb upwards, and it's just the top edge, the leading edge of, it's just the base at the side of the nail bed. So right at the base, right at the side, and you're just tapping there. And we run down each of the fingers, just doing the same thing. So the middle finger down through, and the ring finger, and the little finger. And then just the last point is the side of the hand. They call it the karate chop point. And you're just tapping there on the fleshy part of the side of the hand. So when we're doing this sort of stimulation really of the energy points, you can either tap, which is the more normal way of doing it, but I just want to maybe show you how to use something that was very, very relaxing and you can use very quickly. And most people would tend to massage the points rather than tapping on them. It feels a little bit more calming, a little bit more relaxing. So the phrase we're going to use is relax, release, and let go. So that really is just an instruction to your system, to your mind, that whatever it is that's bothering you or has just given you a fright or, you know, that's worrying you, you want to let it relax, release, and let go. So the idea being that when we're breathing in on each point, as you're breathing in and releasing the breath, you can imagine releasing any, like if you're doing it at the end of the night or at the end, you know, just before bed, you're releasing the thoughts of the day, the busyness of the day, any worries of the day, anything that might stop you from going to sleep. So that then when you've done a round or two of this, you'll be able to feel much more relaxed and sleep deeply and well, hopefully. So will we give this a go? So just put your hands on your heart, on that point just in the center of the chest, the heart point. And just, you can imagine that it's the end of the day and that your mind is very busy, or if there is something in particular that is bothering you at the moment, that is making you anxious, or something that you feel irritated about that you haven't been able to let go of. And if you are aware that there's a sensation or a tension in your body as you think about that, just become aware of where that is, where you feel any tightness or pressure or density or heaviness in the body. And so we just take 3, now we just put the feet on the ground and just take 3 comfortable breaths, first of all, just nice deep breaths, and just focusing on any area that we might feel a tension or a tightness or any negative emotion. And then we just say out loud, relax, release, and let go. And then we just go to the top of the head, and you can either tap or massage gently, whichever you like. And we'll just say out loud, if you can, relax, release, and let go. And then just hold the point, breathing in. And as you breathe out, just let yourself release and let go any tension or tightness. And moving to the middle of the forehead, massaging there, or tapping gently. Relax, release, and let go. Just breathing in and releasing. The inside of the eyebrow. Relax, release, and let go. Breathe in, relaxation, and release tension on the exhale. Side of the eye. Relax, release, and let go. Breathing in, relaxation, and releasing tension on the out breath. And under the eye, the bone in the center. Relax, release, and let go. Breathing in, relaxation. Perhaps it has a lovely color. And then releasing tension on the out breath. Under the nose. Relax, release, and let go. Taking a breath, breathing in relaxation, and releasing tension on the out breath. Under the mouth, relax, release, and let go. Breathing in and releasing. The collarbone, relax, release, and let go. Breathing in and releasing. And just down to the finger points, down to the thumb, and either just tapping or just gently massaging each side of the nail bed. Relax, release, and let go. Taking a breath and releasing. First finger, relax, release, and let go. Breathing in relaxation and releasing tension. Middle finger, relax, release, and let go. Breathing in and releasing. The ring finger, relax, release, and let go. Breathing in and releasing. The little finger, relax, release, and go. Breathing in and releasing. Side of the hand, massaging or tapping. Relax, release, and let go. Just breathing in, lovely relaxation, color perhaps, and letting it flow down through and releasing tension. And to finish, just going back to the heart point again, taking 3 nice, comfortable breaths. And breathing in relaxation, perhaps a lovely color, letting it flow right down through and releasing any tension. And just repeating that twice more. Now, does that feel relaxing?
It's really relaxing. Thanks, Helen. I can see myself using that in the daytime as well as at night. It's lovely.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. You know, you can use it anytime, really. You're welcome. I see a few people in the chat saying that they're waking up in the night or having disturbed dreams. And really, you can use that anytime. You know, if you wake up in the night, you could just put your hands on your heart and just even do that. Just simply take a few nice breaths, breathe in a lovely color of relaxation, and just say to yourself, relax, release, and let go. And do that a few times if you didn't, if you weren't in a position to do the tapping or the massaging. Simply connecting with your heart, taking some breaths, and just saying to yourself, giving yourself permission really to relax, release, and let go. I think the way our brains are wired at the moment is when we have a shock, you know, and there's been a global shock with this pandemic, we go into this stress state, this fight or flight state, and our brains go into overdrive. Many of us get into a very, very busy state. We think a lot, you know, we feel we have to be up and doing and going and running, and, you know, we've got to be doing something. And so our minds, then we go to sleep, and our body physically sleeps, but our minds are still going and going. And so we dream a lot, or our sleep is interrupted, or even can't get off to sleep. So doing something like this is just, you know, accepting that this is normal for these type of situations. It is normal for our brains to be in this state. And so, you know, we're just saying, okay, this is how I am. What can I do now to help myself? So doing that relax, release, and let go, or listening to any, you know, meditation, doing some yoga stretching, anything that helps you to relax is going to help to slow your brain down and give your brain the message that, okay, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on all around us, but right here and now, I'm okay. And it's safe to calm down, it's safe to relax, and it's safe to let go and go to sleep.
That's lovely, Helen. So helpful and so true, you know, for finding it hard to just sit down or be still because of all the thoughts. You know, that's incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Super.
And just before just talking about thoughts, just a really quick thing before we finish. There's a very nice sort of a cognitive CBT technique, and it's called, well, there's two of them really, which I could just tell you very, very quickly. One of them is called stop and replace. So often we have a repeating thought, oh my goodness, you know, somebody's going to get sick here and go into hospital, and they're going to be on the ventilator, and then they're going to die. You know, that's the chain of thought once we start going with that. And we can just tell ourselves literally to stop. And the way we do that is, you can imagine that there's, you know, the guards holding up the traffic, you know, and the guard's hand is there in your mind, and you're just saying stop. Or other people might like to put a red X in their brain, into the thought, and just say, hang on now, not true, right here, right now, that's not happening. It's just to bring yourself back to the present moment. And the other thing that's, it sounds quite funny, but it actually works when you try it, is called worry time. And so every time you go to worry, and your mind goes off on these tangents and just goes yetta, 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 and you say, hang on a minute now, it's not worry time at the moment. 6 o'clock this evening, or whatever time you like, is going to be worry time. So stop worrying now and come back again at 6 o'clock. And then 6 o'clock comes, and you sit down and you say, right, worries, where are you? Bring them on. And you'll find that a lot of them don't actually appear. Nothing happens. You know, but the fact that you've taken charge during the day when you would have the tendency to worry, and you've just said, no, you know, it's not worry time yet. I'm going to worry at 6 o'clock at worry time. It sounds very simplistic, but it actually does work really, really well. So just a couple of quick tips for you about the worrying.
Fantastic. Thanks, Helen. Brilliant. Yeah, and I just want to share one final tip that I've been finding quite powerful in this time as well, is gratitude more than ever. And it's that old chestnut again. We always go on about gratitude, but I just find now more than ever, it's a very, very powerful way to just raise your vibration and come out of that poor me, or this is really hard, you know, that kind of fear mode or frightened mode, you know, just thinking of, oh, I'm so grateful that, you know, and just thinking of anything at all that you feel grateful for. And it can be as simple as your cup of coffee or anything, you know. I've got a roof over my head. We've got beautiful sunshine outside here today. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that as well. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for being here today. It's been really lovely doing this with you. And we're going to make a recording of it. Helen, if people wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best website or way of getting in touch with you?
Yeah, I suppose my website, hypnotherapieireland.net.
Great.
Would be the way to get hold of me, or Facebook. You know, Helen Ryle on Facebook will get me as well. And what about you, Susan?
Super. And yeah, and so I'm Susan Browne on Facebook or angeleft.com.
Great.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for everybody who took the time to join us. We've both thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you have too, and found some helpful hints. And as Susan said, it'll be recorded, so you'll be able to go back and listen to some of these ideas or some of the meditations again if you'd like to.
Super, and thanks for all your lovely messages, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, it's great.
I sent a picture in the middle of that there, and it was actually a fire ceremony I did before, but the Violet Flame actually was coming into me in the picture, and that's actually what I shared with everyone. I'm not sure if it's still there. Because,
okay. I think it might be earlier on in the video.
Really yeah, but it was like, I didn't know we were doing the Violet Flame in this, but anyway, like, it was absolutely perfect. I'm so happy I did this. Thank you.
Great timing. You're so welcome. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Yeah, feels great.
Good.
Wonderful. So so goodbye for now, and enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.